All right, let's see. Refresh. Do I have connection? Yes, we do. Good afternoon, everybody. Excuse me. Spokane Steve here, Strat-O-Matic baseball time. 1966 replay. Let's see, doubleheader. Game 1. It's the Giants at the Cubs. It's the second of a 4-game series, and of course the first game of the doubleheader. Second game will be played tomorrow. Hello, Kenyon Gray. Thank you kindly. It's great to be back. Good to see you. I'm still kicking off some of the rust, I have to admit. And the trip lag has set in. I can't say the jet lags. It wasn't that long of a flight, but wow. Really been dragging. I got to get a new treadmill in here. Supposedly it's coming tomorrow, so I can start getting some more exercise again. Much needed exercise. Anyway, enough about me. Giants at Cubs. The Giants won the first game of this series. The Cubs have dropped 6 straight. In fact, I think they've dropped behind the Mets for last place. Let me double check that here. League stats. Okay. They're 2 games behind the Mets now. 17.5 games behind the first place Dodgers. Giants are 30-36. They're currently in 8th place. 12.5 back. Gaylord Perry will start for the Giants. Cal Kuntz for the Cubs. 2 right-handers. Let's take a look at the records here. Perry's 5-4. 2.09 ERA for Perry. Second on the team to, of course, Juan Marichal. Perry's made 10 starts, completed 3 of them in 81 2/3 innings, 76 hits allowed, and he struck out 67. Taking a look at Cal Kuntz, let me pull that up. Where is Kuntz? 3-3, 4.01. This is his first start. He only made 5 starts that season in real life. This is the first start. He's been in 25 games out of the bullpen. 3-3, 4.01. 43 innings, 55 hits, 26 strikeouts. Hey there, Astros Reefer. Is that just announced, 85? I've been playing around with the Dodgers on the 85 season on my computer. Not an official replay. 1982 is my official. But as far as cards goes, I just got my 1972 set. I haven't even broken the plastic on it yet. That could be a future project here. But we've got several years to go to finish 1966, so it's almost foolish to start talking about other projects. Seems a bit premature. Let's go ahead and give you the lineups. For the Giants, Jim Davenport leads off at shortstop. Tom Haller moves into the 2 spot. He'll do the catching. Willie Mays, of course, bats third in center field. Willie McCovey, the cleanup man at first base. Jim Ray Hart, who you can find at the top of the page under Who's Hot. Hart in the last 10 days hitting .455. 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He'll bat 5th and play third base. Cap Peterson is in left field. Ollie Brown is in right field. Hal Lanier will play second base and bat 8th with Perry the pitcher 9th. Umpires for today's game. Paul Pryor will do the catching. He'll be behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes. John Kibler's at first, Bill Jakowski at second, and Ed Sudol down at third. Did the Astros, did they just announce that? Is that a new card set? You know, that was the first card set to have the ballpark effects. And that was the card set that I first entered a tournament with. I was going to say a star tournament, but it wasn't called Star Tournament yet. It was TBA, Table Baseball Association. I remember my first two picks. I picked late in the round. I think there were 9 teams in the league. It might have been 10. I took Guerrero and Valenzuela. After that, I don't remember. But I do remember that first draft. Okay, we're about ready to roll here. I have to be honest and apologize at the same time. I feel like I could take a nap right now, but don't worry. I've got my coffee. I'm going to snap out of it, and I'm sure I'll get more animated as the game unfolds. Hello there, Ben. Hello, Unmitigated. Welcome all Strat fans, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Thank you, Astros. So they just put 85 out, super advanced. That could be a fun one. I don't quite understand the reissue on that one, though. Maybe you can explain it to me. That was the first set that had the ballpark clutch effects. So what could they possibly do to make it super advanced? Wasn't it already super advanced? You're not kidding, Ben. You're absolutely right. Still sub-zero, huh? Man, I feel for you. I'm sitting here whining about temperatures in the low 40s. I've got my Mr. Rogers sweater on today. I better pull the sleeves back, though. They tend to get in the way. Okay, let's play ball. Enough of this. Kuntz is certainly ready to go. Up steps Jim Davenport. Davenport batting .303 on the year. 3 homers, 15 RBIs. Kuntz into the windup. Here we go. Pitch to Davenport on a 6-7 righty. It's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Beckert. To his left, 226 first to play. It's going to be an 11 error range. A 9 on an E26. Beckert scoops it up and throws him out. Nice play, Glenn Beckert, to start the ball game. Hey there, Mike. Good to see you. Welcome in. Tom Haller will be the hitter as Mookie leaps to the top of the tower on cue. Haller struggling so far with a .202 average. He does have 7 home runs and 19 RBIs. Left-handed hitting catcher. Kuntz ready to go to work. There's the pitch. It's a 6-2 lefty. High fly ball to deep right. Billy Williams back at the wall at the track. Gone. Home run Haller. And the Giants are on the board. We'll take another look at that one here in a second. 6-2 lefty. Homer to 5. Haller has the power. It's a 4. And he hits his 8th home run of the year to give the Giants a 1-0 lead. Good afternoon, Denny. And welcome to the chat. Is there a beer batter unmitigated, or did I miss it? Did you sign one already? Yeah, seeing the Schaefer made me think of it, of course. 1-0 Giants. Willie Mays steps to the plate. Mays hitting .288, 17 home runs, which of course ranks among the league leaders, and 47 runs batted in. Kuntz gets the sign from Hundley. There's the pitch to Mays. It's a 2-5 righty. That's drilled to deep left center. Brown and Phillips converge at the wall and gone. Home run Mays. And the Giants, with back-to-back homers here in the first inning, take a 2-0 lead. For Willie, his 18th of the season. Hang on, I gotta go back. It's not. Oh, I've got it set on top chat. That eliminates things. I had to get it to set to live chat. I don't know why it does that. Now it appears. Yeah, what's the difference between top chat and live chat, I wonder? Anyway, Adolfo Phillips is the beer batter. So the Giants with back-to-back home runs here. And here's Willie McCovey. McCovey has 13 home runs, hitting .235, 27 RBIs. Kuntz into the windup. Here it comes. It's a 6-7 left-handed. Ground ball, second base X. That's going to be Beckert again. 226. Here's the play. That's a 1. He can't get it into right field for a single. Third consecutive hit now off of Kuntz. And McCovey aboard with a 1-out base hit. And here's the red-hot Jim Ray Hart. Out to the mound already goes Randy Hundley. Trying to settle Cal Kuntz down. Kuntz, again, making just his first start of the season. Hart overall leads the team in hitting at .319, 16 home runs, 50 RBIs. McCovey takes his lead. Kuntz out of the stretch. Comes in with a 1-9. Hard grounder to short. Kessinger has it. Shovels it to Beckert. Steps on the bag for 1. On to Banks. Double play. And that'll end the inning. But the Giants strike for 2 on back-to-back homers by Heller and Willie Mays. And after half an inning of play, San Francisco 2, Chicago coming to bat against Gaylord Perry. Gay Lord of the Rings Perry versus Go See Cal Kuntz. Okay, I'm not as good as Chris Berman, I admit it. Lineup for the Cubs, the beer batter Adolfo Phillips in center field in the leadoff spot. Glenn Beckert. Is at second base. Billy Williams in right field hits third. Ron Santo is the cleanup man. He'll play third base. Ernie Banks at first base hits fifth. Byron Brown is in left field today. Randy Hundley doing the catching. Don Kessinger at shortstop. And Kuntz, the pitcher, hits last. Perry ready to go to work now. Phillips steps in. Adolfo Phillips hitting .322 on the season. Having a fine year. 6 homers, 29 RBIs. Gaylord Perry gets the sign. Here's the windup on the pitch to Phillips. It's a 5-7 right-handed. He lifts it to straightaway center. Mays cruises over and makes the catch for the first out. Mays making it look easy out there. With 1 down, here's Glenn Beckert. Beckert hitting .290 on the year. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Perry into the windup. Here it comes. It's a 3-7 right-handed. Rolls it over to short. Davenport has it. Throws to McCovey in time, and there's 2 down. 2 down for Billy Williams. Williams hitting .274, 15 home runs, which ranks among the league leaders, 40 RBIs, 26 extra base hits total. Perry with the pitch. 6-7, ground ball, second base X. That's going to be Lanier, a 2E8. Lanier, a slick fielder on a 17, gobbles that one up, throws him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Perry. 1-2-3 go the Cubs. It is 2-0 San Francisco. Hello, Ernest. Welcome. And Franklin's joined us. Hello, Franklin. Kuntz, who got touched up for back-to-back homers in the first, takes the mound here for the second inning. Giants will have Cat Peterson leading it off this inning. Cat Peterson, one of the ugliest lines in the replay. 5 for 69. That's an 0.72 average. Kuntz into the windup. Here's the pitch on a 2-8. Rolls it over to short. Kessinger, 2 Banks, 1 down. So Peterson's struggles continue, and here's Ollie Downtown Brown. Brown at 2:03, still looking for his first home run. Kuntz to the pitch. That's going to be a 6-5 right-handed. Shortstop X, that's Kessinger, 2E40. Into the hole goes Don Kessinger. Here's the play on a 13. He's there. Plants and throws in time. Nice play, Kessinger, to retire Brown. Kessinger's handled the last 3 plays made by the Cubs defense. With 2 down, here's Lanier. I think Dean Chance might be out hitting Peterson. Lanier hitting just 191. He has 1 homer, 12 RBIs. He's in there for his glove. Kuntz comes in with a 1-7. That's a liner to short. Single to 18, and that's going to be a base hit for Hal Lanier. So Lanier with a 2-out single. That'll bring up the pitcher, Gaylord Perry. Perry, a 3-week right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Kuntz on a 6-5, shortstop X. Kessinger again, 2E40. Here's the play on a 20. He charges it, gobbles it up, throws on the run in time to record the out. So all 3 plays made by Kessinger, 2 of them on the X chart. No runs to hit, a man left for the Giants. And the score remains the same as we go to the bottom of the second. Give me a second while I play with the lighting. It seems a little bright today. I didn't bother to check the settings on this thing, but I think it's a bit high. It is, yeah. I kind of thought it was. I'm getting some glare off the score sheet into my glasses. Ron Santa will start off the bottom of the second. It should be. Wow, of course the Mendoza line was 200, right? So what's the Peterson line, under 100? I mean, you not only have to have a bad card, you have to be unlucky to be hitting 0.72. There's 1 pitcher's hitting cards that hit that. As mentioned, Sano, of course, starts off the bottom of the second, leads the club in just about everything, a 3.48 average, 14 homers, second to Billy Williams on the team, and his 46 RBIs lead the ball club. Perry gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Sano on a 4.11 right. He swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game on either side. Down goes Santo, and with one out, here comes Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Fans give Ernie a big hand. He comes into the game hitting .273. 6 home runs, 28 RBIs for Banks. Perry with the windup and the pitch is a .311 righty. Dribbles one down the first baseline. McCovey has it. Feeds Perry covering, and quickly there's 2 down. Here's Byron Brown now. Brown hitting .237. His 10 home runs, 3rd on the team, and he has 34 RBIs. Perry gets the sign. Comes in there with a 2-5. Struck him out. The 2 Ks that inning for Gaylord Perry. 6 up and 6 down so far for Perry. And after 2 complete, Giants lead it 2-0. Top of the order for the Giants in the 3rd. Kuntz will need to settle down if he plans to keep his team in this one. Perry's brought his A game today. Davenport grounded to second his first time up. Kuntz gets the sign from Hundley. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-4 right-handed high pop fly to shallow center. On comes Phillips. He's there to make the grab. Up steps Tom Haller. He went yard his first time up. Kuntz gets the sign. 5-5 lefty. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Williams backing up at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Haller does it again. Oh my. Apparently Tom Haller likes hitting in the number 2 spot. That's his 9th home run of the season. That makes it 3-0. All 3 runs on solo homers. And up steps Willie Mays, who also homered his first time up. Kuntz rubbing up a new ball. Now he's set. Here comes the pitch to Mays. It's a 5-8 righty. Hits one down to 3rd. That's Sano. He gloves it, throws him out, 2 down. I never said he sucked, man. I said he was only hitting .202 coming into the game. I like Taylor, honestly. I think his card has underperformed so far, but he's coming on fast, isn't he? Haller had some excellent years. He has a year in the ATG set, in fact, that I've used several times. 2 down from McCovey, who singled his first time up. Kuntz for the pitch. That's going to be a 4-11 left-handed. Fly ball left field X. Tough chance for Brown. Brown is a 4-E12. This could be an adventure. There he goes to the gap on an 11 E-range, a 4 on an E12, and he muffs it. McCovey will wind up at second base on the 2-base error. That's the year. No, that's not the year. Hang on, now I'm confused. You don't mind if I take a moment to look up Haller in all-time greats on the Strat-O-Matic website, 365. His 62 card was the one I was referring to. 18 home runs in just 272 at-bats. 261, 384 on base, 515 slugging. and it's really good against right-handers. And a 3-1 to boot. E5. So this card hit 27, huh? Boy, he sure did. Nothing wrong with those numbers. That's what I mean. He batted 240. He's hitting 202 in the replay. So Heller well on his way to, what would you call it? His card, oh God, I'm stumped today for words. It's regressing towards the mean if you're overperforming. What is it if you're underperforming? What the hell am I trying to say here? He's on his way to getting closer to his real life numbers. Here's Hart with 2 down, runner at second. Kuntz with the pitch. 3-8 right hand. That's a base hit into center. An open single. McCovey can round on that. He's rounding third. 9-11. Where was that hit? To center field. Phillips a 0. Peterson on deck. They're sending McCovey to 11. There's a throw to the plate, and he's out at the plate. Nice throw from Adolfo Phillips to gun him down. Had to do it with 2 outs in a week, especially with a weak hitter coming up. So that ends the inning. The Giants get a run on Tom Heller's second home run of the ball game, and they lead it 3-0. He's leveling up. There you go. I don't think he's going to finish the year hitting 202. He's one of the, let's not forget about the little Lebowski urban achievers. Very proud we are of all of them. Bottom third for the Cubs. Perry's been flawless so far. Randy Hundley will start it off for Chicago. Hundley hitting 248, 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Perry. Breaking ball, 2-7. Base hit into left field. Triple on a 1. He will hold with a long single. That's the first hit for the Cubs. That'll bring up the shortstop, Don Kessinger. Kessinger hitting just 230. No home runs, 10 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Perry out of the stretch for the first time. Comes right in there with a 210. Little comebacker. Perry whirls and goes down to Lanier for 1 to first, not in time. That'll be a fielder's choice. That puts Kessinger at first. Let's check the battery now. Perry with a good hold, -3. Heller a 0. That makes Kessinger a 12, not held. Kuntz a 1, a B bunter. The Giants will pull the corners in here. Make him a C. And Kuntz squares the bunt. 3C. Hits it to the pitcher. Throws to first. Runner advances. So a successful sacrifice by Kuntz. Kessinger to second with 2 down. It will be up to Adolfo Phillips, the beer batter. I seem to be lagging too. There we go. Here's Phillips. Flew to center his first time. Taking his lead is Kessinger. Perry a glance at second. Now comes to the plate. 1-7. Cold. Strike 3. Chug-a-lug. No runs, a hit, 1 left for the Cubs. Despite making only 5 starts that year, Kuntz somehow is a 7-rated endurance starter. Am I the only one that finds that a little odd? Looking down, I just assumed he'd be a 5. But nope, he's a 7. 4th inning, Peterson will lead it off. He's 0 for 1. What else is new? Kuntz comes in with a 5-9 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Cap Peterson couldn't hit water if he fell out of a freaking boat. 1 down for Ollie Brown. Kuntz gets the sign, comes in with a 2-5 right-handed. Ground ball to second base. Beckert gobbles it up and throws him out. 2 quick outs, and here's Lanier. Lanier singled his first time up. Kuntz into the windup. 2-5, hits it down to third base. That's Strat-O. He's got it. Fires across to Banks, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kuntz. First clean inning of the ball game for Cal Kuntz, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Giants. Now, in this case, I am. I make no bones about that. And at the same time, you know what? I'll be the first to pat him on the back if and when he finally starts hitting. Here's Glenn Becker leading off the bottom of the 4th. Gaylord Perry gets the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-9 righty. Liner right at Davenport. One down for Billy Williams. On deck, Ron Santo. Perry sailing right along so far. Goes into his windup. Breaking ball. 6-11 left-handed. It's a fly to right field X. Tough chance for Ollie Brown. He's a good one. 2E7 on his horse now. On an 11, E-range. A 9 on an E7. He should have that one, and he does. Nice play by Brown in right. Nice running catch. Take a possible hit away from Williams. 2 down for Santo. Perry gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Ron Santo on a 3-9. He walks him. First walk issued by Perry. And that'll give Ernie Banks a shot. That's a good question, Franklin. I don't think the card's good, but I still think he's unlucky. We'll take a look at that here in a second. We'll let Banks hit first. Taking his lead is Santo. Perry's on the stretch. That's going to be a 2-4 righty. He struck him out. Down goes Banks, and that ends the inning for the Cubs. So Perry sailing along through 4 complete with a 3-0 lead. Let's take a look at Cap Peterson. 237. Well, that's a hell of a lot better than 072. Seems to be fairly balanced. No, it's not a terrible card. Looks to me he has been indeed that unlucky. Gaylord Perry will lead off the 5th. That seems to be the case, man. He can't roll that 2. To save his backside. Kuntz pitching to Perry. 4-2, and he loses him. Kuntz walks the pitcher to lead off the fifth. And DeRocher does not look happy. That'll bring up the shortstop, Jim Davenport, who's 0 for 2. Kuntz out of the stretch. Pitch to Davenport on a 1-7. He pops him up left side. Kessinger waving his arms. He'll take it. And there's one away. And up steps Haller. Homered in the first, homered in the third. He now has 9 home runs on the season. Kuntz out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-3. High fly ball to deep right field. Williams starts back and just turns around and watches it fly. And it is Tom Haller Day here. Holy cow. A 2-run shot this time. And look at that. Haller now with 10 home runs. Getting much closer to being on pace for those 27. Hundley out to the mound. Kuntz looks befuddled out there. Mays at the plate, McCovey to follow. And there's action already in the Chicago pen as Fergie Jenkins begins loosening down there. I tell you guys, I almost feel like treating Kuntz as if he was an S5, but he is indeed an S7. Mays with a home run to his credit in this game as well, but he's been overshadowed by Tom Haller. Kuntz with the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 2-2. High fly ball to deep center. Phillips back, still going back on the track, hauls it in. So Mays gave it a ride. Gust of wind might have kept that one in. Fly ball A. And with 2 down, here's McCovey. McCovey singled and reached on an error. Kuntz into the windup now. 2-6 righty. Hits it to short. Kessinger charges it, throws on the run plenty of time, and the side is retired. 2 more for the Giants, though, on a 2-run blast for Tom Haller, who's he's already got the Player of the Game award in the bag. And more exciting for me, he's got a chance at 4. We've had a 4-home run game in this replay. That was Mr. Henry Aaron. Excuse me, I had to turn the heat off, of course. Perry takes the mound for the bottom of the 5th, now with a 5-run lead. And the way Perry's throwing today, it may as well be 10. Byron Brown will lead things off. Byron struck out in the 2nd. Perry into the windup. 2-8 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Byron Brown does it again. Brown, by the way, the major league strikeout leader, now with 71. Here's Hundley, who singled his first time up. Perry gets the sign. Fastball, 3-3, rolls it over to short. Davenport has it. Throws to McCovey, 2 down. Here's Kessinger. Perry's pitch to the left-hander is a 5-7. He rolls it over to second. That's Lanier. Tosses it to McCovey, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Gaylord Perry. So Perry's sailing right along. He's allowed only 1 single through 5 innings of work. Kuntz coming back out for the 6th. There's a dog and Mookie's freaking out. I don't suppose it would do any good to tell him that the dog can't come through the glass. Mookie's been more lively since we got home. Okay, 6th inning, 5-0 Giants. Jim Ray Hart will lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Kuntz getting the sign from Hundley. Here's the pitch now. That's a 210 righty. And it's just outside, ball 4, and a lead-off walk to Hart. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to go with Kuntz. Jenkins is ready. Soft part of the order coming up for the Giants. That'll make Kuntz's leash a little bit longer. Cap Peterson, 0 for 2. I'll tell you what, if Peterson gets a hit, Kuntz is coming out. I'll tell you that right now. Here's the pitch from Kuntz. 1-7, fly ball to center, routine for Phillips. And Peterson's struggles continue. That'll bring up Ollie Brown, who's 0 for 2. Kuntz from the stretch. 2-4. Grounds it right back to Kuntz. He whirls and fires to Beckert for 1. 2 Banks, double play. So Kuntz pitches out of a little bit of a jam there in the 6th. Leadoff walk, followed by a fly ball and a double play. But the man on the mound right now is Gaylord Perry, and he's pitching a dandy here, overshadowed by his battery mate, to be sure. And that's going to be it for Kuntz. The Cubs are going to send up a pinch hitter to lead off the 6th. So Kuntz, in his first start of 1966, gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, walked 2. I don't think he struck out anybody. No, he did not. He gave up 4 home runs. That'll be enough to send him back to the bullpen. Pinch hitting for the Cubs against the right-handed Perry will be the left-handed outfielder George Altman. Let me pull up Altman's numbers here real quick. Give me a minute. Where is Altman? Here he is, Gary Altman. 146 in 89 at-bats. He has 1 home run. Perry with the windup on the pitch to Altman on a 1-7. He lifts it to straightaway center. That's Willie Mays territory. He glides over to it and makes the catch for the first out. So Altman is retired. Here comes Phillips. DeRocher is yelling at home plate umpire Paul Pryor to check Perry. Pryor motions at Leo to sit down. Perry, unfazed by the distraction, gets his sign, goes into his windup, and comes into Phillips with a 5-6. He rolls it to short. Davenport charges it, throws on the run in time. Phillips retired, 2 down for Glenn Beckert. And here comes the pitch from Gaylord. It is a 6-8 righty. Base hit up the middle for Glenn Beckert. Just the second hit for the Cubs today. Both of them singles. Beckert 16, not held at 13. They're not going to hold him. With a 5-run lead, they're basically saying if you want to go at 65%, knock yourself out. And they won't, of course. Can't take the bat out of Billy Williams' hand. Santo on deck. Perry ready to go to work from the stretch. Pitch to Billy is a 6-10 left-handed. Grounder down to first. McCovey to his right. He's going to go the short way to Davenport for the force. And that'll end the inning. 6 innings in the books. It's all Giants, 5-0. Gaylord Perry sailing along today. Fergie Jenkins will take over for the Cubs. Jenkins worked in this game in real life. On the season, Fergie is 4-3, 2 saves, and a 3.52 earned run average. Rated 4 for relief endurance. He may be out there just to finish it up today. Hal Lanier will lead off the 7th. I'm looking around for Mookie, of course, as I generally do at this time of the game. He's not in the tower. Jenkins ready to go to work now. Hal Lanier will lead it off for the Giants. Here's the pitch from Fergie Jenkins. It's a 3-7 righty. He lifts it to straightaway center. Can of corn for Phillips, who puts it away for out number 1. Perry, of course, will bat. And here's the pitch on a 6-10. Shortstop X, that's Kessinger once again, 2E40. Here's the play on a 7. He gobbles it up and throws him out. Nice play, Kessinger. Kessinger having a good day in the field. 2 down for the leadoff man, Jim Davenport. Here's the pitch to Fergie. It's a 1-7 righty. He pops him up. Kessinger will take it. And Jenkins comes in and records a 1-2-3 7th. 5-0 Giants as we go to the stretch. It's time for the Mookie Cam. I'm going to get some coffee, of course. Yeah, we're going to have to look for him today. Which I enjoy, by the way. I find it gets kind of boring when he's just laying up there in the tower every time. I don't know if you guys heard that dog barking or not, but that set him running for some reason. It's not like he's never heard a dog bark before. Mookie, where are you? There he is. He was in the other room. Where were you, Mookie? What's out there? Come on, let's go take a look. Come on. Come on, let's go take a look. Come on. Come on. Come on, Luke. Come on. See, there's nothing out there. There's nothing there, buddy. He says there was. I see that dead mouse is still there. I suppose I'm going to have to get rid of it. He hasn't even seen it. He doesn't even know it's there. Okay, Mookie Cam, brought to you by Schaefer. Let me grab some coffee. Okay, and we're back. Oh, not Schaefer, Meow Mix today. It would make more sense, Ernest. Perry, in his first endurance inning, certainly has showed no signs of having to be concerned about that. Just 2 singles allowed so far by Perry. He'll be facing Santo, Banks, and Brown here in the bottom of the inning. Haller flashing the signs. Here comes the pitch from Perry. It's a 1-7 right-handed. That's a base hit into left center, double to 4. That is going to be a base hit for Santo. Santo with a leadoff single. And the batter will be Banks. Brown to follow. Banks 0 for 2, standing in from the right side. Perry out of the stretch. Curveball, 5-3, right-handed grounder, first base X. That's McCovey. Could be 2. He's also a 325. Here's the play. On a 5, he makes the play, but he can only get the 1 out. He had to go to his right, his only play, to Perry covering. And Santo moves over to second on the play. 1 down for Byron Brown. I'm with you, Unmitigated. I'm sure you're not alone. We're all waiting for Haller's 4th at bat of the game. Brown struck out both times against Perry. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, 5-7. Fly to center field. Mays backing up a bit and makes the grab. Holding at second is Santo. 2 down for Hundley. Hundley 1 for 2. Perry, full windup, 4-2, just outside ball 4. Now Perry finds himself just 1 hit or walk from fatiguing. That's going to get him stirring in the Giants' pen. Frank Lindsay throwing down there. The batter is Kessinger. First and second, 2 out. Kessinger 0 for 2 today. Perry into the full windup. It's a 3-5 right-handed grounder to first base. McCovey will take it to the bag, and Perry pitches out of a jam here in the 7th. Perry's still in there. Glad to see that. Jenkins in what most likely will be his final inning. And I don't have to tell you who's leading off. Tom Heller with a 3-home run game. All the damage against Kuntz, now facing Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins into the windup. The pitch to Haller is a 5-10 fly ball to right field and shallow. On comes Williams, who started back, now comes in and makes the catch. Boo. How anticlimactic is that? Willie Mays will be the hitter. I tell you what, Franklin, if Kuntz was still out there, he'd almost have to be in him, wouldn't he? Yeah, I'm taking a minute to absorb this. I have to admit, I was really hoping for another 4-home run game. However, 3 is pretty damn good. Tom Heller has player of the game wrapped up as Willie Mays stands in. Mays homered in the first, grounded to third, flew to center. The pitch for Jenkins is a 6-6 right-handed, fly to right field and deep. Williams backs up and makes the catch. Apparently the wind has shifted in Wrigley. With 2 down, Willie McCovey will be the hitter. Jenkins with the windup. There's the pitch to McCovey on a 2-7. He gets it to straightaway center. Phillips backs up a bit and hauls it in. So 3 fly balls, 3 outs. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants in the 8th. Perry twirling a 3-hit shutout here. And the Cubs will start off the bottom of the 8th by sending up a pinch hitter for Fergie Jenkins. Jenkins worked 2 innings today. And Lee Thomas will be the batter for Chicago. Thomas hitting .230 on the year, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Perry into the windup. Now the pitch to the left-hander is a 4-10 fly ball to left field. Cap Peterson patrolling and puts it away. Here's Adolfo now, 0 for 3, struck out 1 time. Remember, he's your beer batter. Perry, fastball, 5-6, rolls it over to short where Davenport scoops it up and throws him out. 2 quick outs here in the 8th. Glenn Beckert will be the batter. The pitch from Perry, 5-7 right-handed. He lifts it to straightaway center. That's Willie Mays territory, and that's an easy 1, 2, 3/8 for Perry, and that resets his fatigue as well. So we've played 8, 5-0 Giants. And a hell of a good time to thank everybody for being here with me today. We're going to need a new pitcher for the Cubs. All right-handers. Let's find somebody who needs some work. Well, heck, they used Don Lee in real life. They may as well use Don Lee here. Hang on, I want to check something. I think this is Don Lee's first appearance for the Cubs. He was purchased from the Houston Astros. No, it's his second. He pitched one game for the Cubs. He lost it. 1 2/3 innings of work. Hart, Peterson, and Brown here in the ninth. Lee ready to go to work. Here's the windup. The pitch to Jim Ray Hart on a 3-2. High fly ball to deep center field. Backing up is Phillips, and on the track makes the catch. The Giants are driving the ball the last couple innings, but the ball is dying out there now, as the wind has apparently shifted here in Wrigley. And here's the fearsome Cap Peterson. Don Lee with the pitch. It is a 2-7 righty. Look at that. Base hit, double to 2, and Peterson has a single. Peterson finally rolls a 2. How about that? You know, it's been so long since he's been on base, I forgot what his running is. Not really a threat to run. Here's Ollie Brown. Exactly. Ernest and Franklin. Brown's 0 for 3 today as Lee comes set from the stretch. The pitch is a 6-7 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit. Double to 2. It's going to be a 2-star single. Peterson all the way to third. The Giants looking to add on here in the ninth. Runners at the corners, 1 away, and Hal Lanier is the hitter. Cubs pretty much have to bring the infield in. They can't give up another run here. Not that it's going to make any difference the way Perry's pitching, but the infield will be in. The pitch to Lanier is a 6-8 righty. Grounder second base X. That's Beckert. This could be 2, but remember the infield's in. 2E26. Here's the play on a 3. He's got it. Got to check it now. First and third ground ball, A8, batter out. Runner on third holds. Runner on first goes to second. So the infield in prevents the double play. And here's Perry. Second and third, 2 down. 4-5 righty. Grounder shortstop X. That's Kessinger once again. 2E40. The play is a 6, and Kessinger does it again. Nice play by Kessinger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 assists, 2 putouts for Kessinger. No runs, 2 hits, a pair left. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. 5-0 Giants. Perry looking for the complete game shutout. Heart of the order for the Cubs. It'll be Williams, Santo, and Banks. Billy Williams 0 for 3. Perry trying to finish what he started as he goes into the windup. Fastball 3-3 struck him out. One away. Here's Ron Santo. Perry gets the sign. Santo 1 for 2 with a walk. The pitch is a 1-9 right-handed hard smash to third. Hart gloves it and throws him out, and the Cubs are down to their last out. It'll be Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks. Perry taking his time now, a deep breath into the windup. Here comes the pitch, 4-9, liner to third, single to 14, and it's speared by Hart, and that's the game. And what a game for Gaylord Perry, and even more so, what a game for our player of the game, Tom Haller. A 3-home run performance. It's not very often a pitcher can pitch a complete game shutout and not be the player of the game. With the win, Perry improves to 6-4. Peterson was robbed. Perry 1-2 walks. Wait, let me double check that. Yep, 2 walks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. Jenkins in his 2 innings was 6 up, 6 down, no walks, no strikeouts. Cal Kuntz takes the loss. He drops to 3-4. Giants win it with 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The Cubs 0 runs, just 3 hits and 1 error. That was a fun game. All 5 of the Giant runs on home runs. Haller, 3 runs scored, 4 runs batted in. An attaboy to Perry for sure, but no doubt the player of the game has to be Haller. Tomorrow we're going to finish up this doubleheader. Let's see who's pitching. Ron Herbel will get the start for the Giants. Ernie Broglio for the Cubs. Also worth mentioning, the Cubs' losing streak has now reached 7 games. So they're going down like the Titanic. Well, that's it for me. I want to thank everybody for being here. Yeah, by all means, please join me once again at Wrigley Field tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. We'll complete this doubleheader. In the meantime, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Hello, Bob. Man, that's a good idea, actually. Have a great evening, everybody. Hopefully, we'll see you all tomorrow. We'll do it again. Take care. Bye, guys.